Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to take a look at the balance changes, which literally just dropped into the game about 5 minutes ago. So we'll be testing these out live with you guys. I'm going to be talking about what I think is going to be meta, and especially because the monthly qualifiers are coming up this weekend, I'm going to have a good feeling of what the meta will be like. So before we get into today's video, make sure you're checking out Cursed and Dtarav. I'll put both their links in the description below. And also, don't forget to use a creator code when you're looking to get something in the shop. Mine will be greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alright guys, so jumping into literally the first game of the video, but the second game I've actually played with Dynamike. I tested him out just before recording this. So Dynamike honestly will be really interesting. He's received a 6.5% speed boost, which now makes him the same speed as El Primo. This will be really interesting. I don't feel like he's going to be like completely meta, especially in competitive, because it's still going to be really hard to consistently hit shots with Dynamike. Like, the delay in between each shot is the main reason why he's not actually competitively viable at the moment. It's a little bit too easy to actually dodge his shots consistently, but I feel like in Siege for sure he's going to be really meta, because Dynamike can counter the other throwers like Barley, which is really prominent on Siege. And also Fidget Spinner might get a little bit of a increase in usage, because you get an even bigger speed boost with a Fidget Spinner. Maybe in Brawl you might see it meta. Just look how fast Dynamike is. He's the speed of light. He's so crazy fast. To me, it was a bit of a weird change, because I didn't think Dynamike would ever get this kind of speed increase. It feels weird just using Dynamike with how fast he actually is, but I know a lot of people love Dynamike in the community, so everyone's going to be loving this change. I'm sure of it. But as I said, competitively, still don't know whether he's going to be viable, just for the main reason that it's just too hard to consistently hit those shots. But Siege, Dynamike was secretly underrated in Siege, especially on ladder, so I could see for sure an increase in viability there. We're probably going to concede here. Wow. Am I using... Oh, no, that was a Crow style power. I was going to say, I should have one-shot that Brock for sure. And also talking about Barley, because I don't think we're going to get time to play every single brawler that's got balance changed. Barley got an 8% decrease in his range, which is still 1% bigger than before his buff. So he's still going to be better than he was before the buff, because he also got an increase in his damage as well, which to me, Barley's still going to be meta, especially on game modes like Siege. So yeah, Barley's still going to be really, really good, guys. For sure, he's just not going to be as good on maps like Backyard Bowl, which you've seen a lot of in competitive. Okay, yeah, I kind of want to just get off Dynamike. I'm such a trash Dynamike player. You guys know how bad I am at Dynamike. One of my worst brawlers to actually use. I can't really hit consistent shots with him. So we're probably going to get wrecked in OT. They've got such a long range comp. They've got B in overtime, which, if you guys know, B is an absolute god in OT. Let's see with the juke skills. At least we can actually juke a little bit more with Dynamike as well, which is always good to see. I'm going to be feeding B 3K shot. It's probably not going to go the way we want it to in the end here, so I actually managed to get a good dodge here. Crow is being so toxic. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a GG right there, but nonetheless, we got to try out Dynamike. I just don't think I'm good enough to actually win the games with him. But yeah, that's going to be the first balance change right there. Dynamike, I feel like it's going to be pretty viable inside of Siege at least. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, jumping into the next balance change, which should have a positive impact on the meta. It's going to be Belle. So Belle's had a 6% decrease in her range. It now brings her in range with the likes of the other long range shooters like Byron, like Piper herself, and Brock. She has the same range as all of these different brawlers now. So yeah, Belle was just way too OP. She could outrange all of these different brawlers and just have way better mechanics overall. So there's never really a reason to use the likes of Brock or Piper in the meta, because of how good Belle was with her kind of like ricochet shot mechanics. Her gadget's really good value. Her super can be really good on defense on game modes like Siege. So Belle, with this change, I still feel like she's going to be a top 5 brawler 100% in the meta. Probably even honestly still the best brawler in the meta. We'll have to wait and see though. It's kind of impossible to really tell who's going to be meta after the balance changes straight away. But yeah, Belle for sure I know is going to be meta, just because they haven't really changed too much about her. So also talking about nerfs, we saw a big nerf to the likes of Sandy and Poco. They both had their supercharge rates upped by 1, so this was reversed when they last got a buff, which is really nice to see. Poco's definitely was a bit too much. I didn't really feel like Poco needed that sort of change anyways. Like, he was kind of fine the way he was at 5 hits to get his super. Same with Sandy. Like, Sandy was still pretty balanced in the meta when it needed, when he needed 6 shots to get his super. He was just so crazy, so valuable in every single game mode right now. I feel like that's going to push Sandy out of the meta and then give other brawlers, especially the squishy brawlers like, I'm going to call it now, probably brawlers like Spike, are going to be really good in this meta because Sandy would just hard counter Spike too much because Spike will a bit too squishy. Same with Brock. Like, those squishy brawlers could really not thrive in the meta because of Sandy. Like, Sandy could get a super, Sandy could just walk up to these brawlers and free shot them so easily, especially with the amount of times Sandy would charge that super so easily. So yeah, these type of brawlers are definitely going to see more love in the coming days in the meta. Okay, I can't finish off any of these brawlers. It's so hard to actually concentrate and play whilst concentrate and talk actual sense whilst playing Brawl Stars. As you can see, I've probably been getting wrecked in the gameplay, but I've been focusing more on my speech rather than the actual gameplay. So let's try and actually win this game here. Got Max using speed on his own. Don't know why he's really doing that. To be honest, Curse, he's going to be able to slot it right in there. So that's going to be Belle. I feel like Belle's still going to be really OP in the meta. Let's hop into the next set of changes. Alright guys, so jumping into the next big balance change, which I'm honestly going to save that 8-bit. He's probably going to be basically removed from the meta. So this is a huge change to 8-bit. So with his plugged in star power, his movement speed's gone from fast to normal. So you can see here, I mean, it's still going to be a little bit better, but I just felt like with the change, like, it used to be so fast with 8-bit. Now it's just changed to normal speed. So it's going to be a big rip to 8-bit. 8-bit used to be so good, especially in game modes like Gem Grab. As you can see, I mean, at least it's not super slow. That's one thing to take. It might still be a little bit viable in game modes like Gem Grab, but it's just not going to have the versatility as he once used to have. Like, he used to be a killing machine. He used to be able to just laser people from across the map, especially with the additional range. Like, obviously, the additional movement speed. It used to basically give him that additional range, and he was able to escape danger a lot quicker. But now he's going to be an easier target for people to hit and just easier to play against just in general. So 8-bit is going to get probably a little bit too bullied inside of this meta. We'll have to wait and see though, because it's kind of interesting. A change in the movement speed, it's really hard to completely understand what it's going to do to a brawler straight away. But as I said, like, for sure it's going to have a big negative impact on his viability across different game modes. Gem Grab is his little niche, so I still feel like he'll be okay with this game mode. So as you can see, it feels so weird not actually be lasering these guys at fast pace, but it's whatever. At least he's still kept his damage inside of his boost. I felt like that was the avenue they needed to take with the nerf with 8-bit. Maybe nerf his damage within his booster, but that's going to be 8-bit. I feel like he's going to be much worse in the meta now with this change. Let's hop into the next set of changes. All right guys, so jumping into the last 4 balance changes, we're going to be going over this whilst talking about Colt as well. So the first one is going to be Jessie. Jessie got a small nerf. She got a decrease to her turret HP, which really isn't going to do too much, I don't think. Wow, I was kind of just looking at Colt here. Like, his projectile speed has gone up 15%. And this is crazy. This is so fast. I didn't think he'll be this fast. Cole 100% has to be meta with his changes. I can't see him not being meta. The only thing that's different about him before when he was meta is that, yeah, I think he's missing 0.33 of a tile in range. I think I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but I think I'm correct in saying that. But yeah, this feels so fast now. This feels like the old Cole, which we love to see. So let's try and score. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea what my super actually went then. We're able to take down the Crow as well. But yeah, Cole is going to be absolutely insane in this meta. The only big problem with him really is going to be the likes of Gina in the meta, because Gina is so strong, and also the likes of Stu, because Stu can just completely hard counter Cole, especially with Stu's knockback. So Cole probably going to be a bit more meta with Power Throw, I believe, because as I said, like, with Stu being so prevalent in the meta, it's going to be hard to get much value out of Cole's super. So I can see that being better for sure. So it's going to get a lot of chains here. I'm just going to super this Jackie. Hopefully get Jackie down in time. Probably am going to score here. Let's see. Let's just use Gadget to go up. I don't believe I'm going to score here. Let's just try. Okay, no, we're not going to be able to score. But yeah, Cole is going to be absolutely insane. Also talk about Shelly as well. Shelly got 3 buffs. I didn't really want to play her inside the video because Shelly's still, to me, going to be the worst brawler in the game, if not the second worst brawler in the game, or at least tied with El Primo right at the bottom, because not much has really changed. Well, even though with 3 buffs, I don't think much is going to change. So the first thing, her Gadget has got a buff of 11% range increase. So this now has the same range as Max Gadget, which is... oh, I managed to catch that. Wow, that was insane. I thought they were going to actually score there, but yeah. It's going to have the same range as Max's gadget, the one that dashes. I don't even know what it's called, but yeah. Then Shelly's Shell Shock is going to be shocking for, I think, 0.5 more seconds, which isn't really going to be doing too much either because, to me, Shelly's just really bad because of her interaction. She basically loses every single 1v1 interaction, even against tanks. Like, she's going to basically suck against those. Also, the Band-Aid healing has gone up by 200 as well, which really isn't going to be doing too much as well. And Brock got a 100 damage buff as well, which to me don't really make too much sense because I think he was missing the HP, which was why he wasn't really meta at the moment. But still, a buff to Brock is going to be really good. And Curse is going to put that in between both of the legs, so he's able to score absolutely insane. So yeah, that's going to be all the balance changes in this video. So what to take from this, I think Colt is got to be meta now. Like before, I thought it was going to be meta, probably overestimated him a little bit, but this projectile speed has done him so well. As you see, he's just flying, especially with that power throw as well. Probably going to see a little bit more love to the likes of Brock Spike, even though he hasn't got buffed. I think he got indirectly buffed by Sandy getting nerfed, and also a bit probably and Poker not going to see him as much as you are in the meta. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.